Okay, this is James Possible, my forex Yoda on Twitter, and it's hard for me to answer your question directly since I'm a developer and I've been working on this different variations or iterations of this of how to do this, and my number one goal was to eliminate my need for some third-party charting software, so I could have the flexibility to do whatever I wanted to do. And so that's why I created this. And I just call it my forex trainer. I use it with my groups. Well, groups, I said plural, no, with my group. I have a group that I work with on trading forex, and in fact, this week I'm going to start using it with them. We're going to be discussing some of the things that I found as a result of having the ability to do what I can do with this. So it's extremely flexible, and not that a lot of these features aren't available elsewhere. It's just that I have control of the data and all that kind of stuff. So, but you can take the width of the candle is wide, all the way up to huge plus. Same thing with, you can stretch the size out, and the whole point of that is really nothing more than for teaching, sharing thoughts, ideas, those kind of things, right? It makes it very visual. It's easy to see. So if I step to the next candle, you can see it's huge, right? And then also have the ability to put a border around it, frame it in, those kind of things, and I can space the candles apart. It's taken me a while to get it to this place where I'm really happy with it, and it's purely data driven. And the best way to show you that, live ticks, and I'm going to speed this up as fast as I can. I'm going to drop these candle sizes back down so we can actually watch them. Yeah, I think that's pretty good right there. Okay. Hide that, and then let's just go ahead and fire this up. There's a lot of manual stuff still at this point. It will automatically shift left, right, but I've got to get it to where it will automatically shift up and down. And I had that, but I've made some changes. And so now you can see that it's actually pulsing, and I can hit the stop button here. I actually step through each candle, and you can see as I click the next, you can see how it shifts. Well, all that's really happening there is if you look down here on the bottom, here, let me get over here, highlight that. If you look down on the bottom here, you'll see that, everything to the left, all of these, if you look down here, they're H1 candles. You get over here, though, it's an M1 candle. And you notice the time is 2:31. So at chart time 2010-1-4 at time 2:31, that's what the H1 candle actually looks like. If I hit next at 2:32, that's what that candle looked like, the H1 candle. And so that's I'm a big fan of the H1 and the H4 time frames, and this really gives me the ability to study my entries, my exits, my setup rules, and all those kind of things. And I just absolutely love it. I think I got, yeah. I mean, I've got this thing sped up as fast as I can. Each one of those movements is an M1 candle. And so I'm able to study. As a result, I'm able to take my H1, because I like to trade off of the H1. And so I can take and break those down into M1 ticks and study what study what's actually going on with my trades. You know, why did that entry fail? Why did it work? You know, why did my exit work? Why did it fail? Those kind of things, right? You know, I can isolate each of those trades, and I can really, you know, I can step through the movement, and I can really understand. So if I have a pin that pushed against me and it shook me out, I can actually go back and really study that and determine what rules I want to have in place to handle that. I mean, where's the best place for me to put my stop loss if that's the issue? And so I can study that. And so I'm a fan of doing a lot of chart work, The more you understand it in hindsight, the better you're going to be able to understand it in real time. And I just absolutely subscribe to that notion. And so that's what this tool gives me, is that ability to do that. Not too far in the future, I'm going to actually have it set up where I can click buy or sell and then close the trades as well as it's stepping through and test myself. So I'm very excited to have this, and that's kind of why I've been talking about it. Well, not kind of, it is why I've been talking about it. But you know, working with my group, having these kind of tools is extremely valuable, so we can really break down the behavior that's going on and how traders get trapped in those kind of things. So anyways, again, I'm a developer. I have been for years. I haven't been professionally in the last probably 5-7 years, except for small things here and there. So I mean, I really do it for myself now. I don't enjoy being paid for development because, in my experience, most people really don't want to pay what it really takes, pay for the time it really takes to develop a quality application. So, and I'm not a fan of high-level tools. I think they hide a lot of functions and features that can really make or break an application or program. So anyways, again, this is James Possible, and you can find me on MyForexYoda at Twitter, and you know, this is My Forex Trainer. It's an application I've written for myself to study my trades and to also walk through market through price movement and that kind of thing, even though I'm not a traditional price action kind of person. But it does allow us to talk about behavior and stuff like that with my groups and the people I mentor. So there it is. I appreciate the question, and if you have any more, just, you know, ask away.